In this video, I'm going to share the 3 strategies I use for automating any task in Excel. Hey there, it's John Okampor from Excel Campus, and in this video I'm going to share the strategies I use when automating any complex task in Excel. So this could be a weekly dashboard report where you have to download a bunch of data and format it and then update the dashboards and pivot tables and all that kind of stuff. Or maybe a monthly process you do for a PowerPoint presentation where you're copying data from Excel over to PowerPoint and updating a bunch of stuff and things like that and distributing it to other users. Whatever that complex process is that you do, of course we want to try and automate that so we can not only save time with our job, but also find new opportunities in our career. So the first step is to start small. Of course, your task or your project might have a ton of steps. Maybe you have 30 steps listed out and you have to follow those every single week or every single month to complete this process. And you want to start small. Just pick one of those steps to automate first. If you're trying to automate all of them at one time, this is going to be a huge project. It's going to feel very complex and overwhelming, like a huge mountain to climb, and you might just get frustrated and quit before you even begin because there's so much to do. So my suggestion is to start small. Just pick one of those steps and automate it first. So then the question becomes, well, which step should I start with? Is it the first step, or which step should I start automating first? So that leads to the second suggestion, which is relieve the pain. When we're trying to determine which step we want to start with, we want to start with the most painful step first. So what does that mean? Well, this could be the step in the process that causes the most errors. Maybe it's the one that's just boring and that you hate. Whatever step that is, you'll typically know which one this is because you might just be falling asleep at your desk while you're doing it, or maybe it requires an extra cup of coffee or something like that. Whatever the step is, you want to start with that one first. That'll give you a quick win. It gets that step out of the way, the one you don't like, and all of a sudden the task or the project will become a little bit more enjoyable. So start by relieving that pain first. And that leads to the third step, which is publish and improve. So before you go on to automating the next step in the list, publish that step first, get it out into the open. If you have other users using this task or your Excel files or that are involved in this project, have them start using this step as well and testing out your automation, and then gather feedback on it and improve it. And then once you do that, you can start automating the rest of the steps. So this will not only help you automate things quickly and get that quick win out there, but it will also get your users and your boss involved in this process, and they will be able to see kind of that evolution of the automation. And once they're involved in it, they will appreciate it more. So this actually adds some intrinsic value to your process and the work you're doing to automate things when you get others involved, gather their feedback. Maybe they have some suggestions on how to make it better. You can implement their suggestions as well. They'll be super excited about that. Trust me, I'm speaking from experience here, so I know how this goes. So if you just publish and improve step by step, before you know it, you'll have the whole thing automated, and you'll also have other people involved with this, so it'll be much easier to hand off this process to someone else. Have someone else maintain it and do this process every week or every month, whatever it is, and that opens you up for other opportunities to work on bigger and more important projects. So there are the 3 steps to automating any project in Excel. First of all, start small. Second, relieve the pain. And third, publish and improve. And before you know it, you'll have tasks and projects fully automated, and you'll be well on your way to finding new opportunities, bigger projects, and more fun stuff to work on at your job. So there we kind of covered the high level of how to do this, but you now might be wondering, well, which tools do I use to actually automate processes in Excel? Well, good news, this week I'm running my free webinar on the 7 steps to getting started with macros and VBA. So during this training, you're going to learn everything you need to know to get started automating Excel with VBA. Whether you're brand new to VBA, maybe you've been using the macro recorder and kind of fumbling through that, copying code off the web, or even if you've been writing macros for a while now, this training will absolutely help you. During the training, we're going to write our first macro. I'm going to explain what order the code runs in, what the dots between the words mean, what properties and methods are, and some of these complex things that we need to know when we're starting out with VBA. We'll also talk about the for next loop, which is a fantastically powerful tool in VBA to help automate some of those repetitive tasks that we find ourselves doing over and over again in Excel. So you're going to learn a ton, and again, that training is going on this week only, multiple days and times per week, or per day I should say, multiple times per day. And I'll put a link right below the video here to the registration page where you can register and get signed up. We'll probably put one up here or up here somewhere in the video too. So click that link, jump over to the registration page and get signed up. And then one other thing, I'd like you to leave a comment below with any additional suggestions you have for automating tasks. Maybe something I missed there or some other suggestion or tip you have when you start automating a project in Excel. So leave that comment below, get registered for the webinar. I look forward to seeing you there. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye.